Okay, let's dive in. You sent over some really interesting stuff.
Yeah, that piece, American reacting to Brian Toe, plus his Wikipedia page and that Reddit thread.
Right, the one about his defense. So today's deep dive is all about figuring out what makes Brian Toe, this NRL winger, tick, especially, from that American sports fan angle.
Mm-hmm. And it's fascinating right away, isn't it, how, like, pure athleticism just grabs you no matter the sport.
Totally.
This American fan's first look, it's almost like a pure gut reaction to Toe on the field.
Exactly. The fan watches the highlights, and bam, it's the speed, the sheer physicality on the wing that hits them first.
Yeah.
They use the word fearless, and you see it immediately, don't you? He's just running hard into contact against guys way bigger than him sometimes.
And not just running into them, but often powering through.
Yeah. Gaining yards, well, meters.
Right, meters.
Yeah.
And, if you look at why that fearless thing stands out, it's partly his build.
Yeah.
That low center of gravity, the leg drive.
Right.
It's technique, but it's also just relentless drive. Now, you could compare him to, say, an NFL running back who loves contact.
Sure, you see that comparison.
But the big difference, and the source hits on this, is the nonstop nature of rugby league.
And no pads.
Exactly, no pads. Yeah. That constant physicality without that NFL-style protection, it just makes every hit look and probably feel so much more intense.
It's a whole different kind of endurance, isn't it? Taking that kind of impact over and over.
Absolutely.
And the American fan also clocked the atmosphere, the crowd noise, the passion, the pure athleticism everywhere.
Yeah, the energy of the game itself. It seems like that relentless, fast-paced action really makes an impression.
It definitely does. It sort of gets you thinking about what makes sports exciting universally, right?
It does. Speed, power, nonstop action that seems to connect whatever the code, whatever the culture. But there's more to 2-0 than just the highlight plays.
Oh, for sure. The highlights give you that initial wow, but then you look deeper. His background, the Samoan heritage, growing up in Sydney.
And the challenges he faced.
Yeah, overcoming real adversity, like losing his sister.
Yeah.
It puts his resilience into perspective. Getting to the Penrith Panthers in 2019 wasn't just talent, it was grit.
And knowing that backstory, it really adds another layer when you watch him play, doesn't it? Understanding the struggle, how much his family means to him, it gives the success more weight.
Definitely.
And then you see the stats, the Wikipedia page lays it out.
Yeah.
Leading the league in run meters, post-contact meters.
Wait, explain run meters quickly.
Oh, sure. Basically, how much ground a player makes carrying the ball forward. Super important for gaining territory.
Gotcha. So he excels there.
Consistently. And he's always up there in tries for Penrith, too. So it's not just flashes of brilliance. It's sustained impact, game after game.
So the eye test and the numbers back it up. That playing style analysis, low gravity, always driving forward, breaking tackles, it makes sense.
Yeah, that relentless quality. The comparison to maybe an NFL player like Darren Sproles or Maurice Jones-Drew.
Oh, yeah. Small guys. Huge power. I see that.
In terms of that compact explosiveness, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, you have to remember rugby league's demands.
Right, the constant movement.
That continuous play needs a different kind of engine, mentally and physically. So the NFL comparison is helpful, but it doesn't quite capture the full picture of what 2-0 does all game long.
Okay, so we've got the attack, the speed, the power, the stats. We've touched on his background. But the American fan also noticed something else, maybe less obvious. His defense.
Yes, exactly. And that's crucial because his defense is often kind of overlooked because the attack is so spectacular.
But it's key, especially in big games.
Absolutely key, especially in state of origin. That's like the Super Bowl intensity, but 3 times a year between 2 state teams. Massive pressure.
Wow, okay.
And that Reddit thread you sent, it's full of fans talking about his defense. Specific plays where he shut down an attack, saved a try, really kept his team in the fight.
So he's not just scoring points, he's stopping them too. A real two-way player.
He really is. And that reliability, attack, and defense makes him what they call a certainty pick for those big representative teams. You just know he'll do the job.
It's like an NFL coach having that lockdown cornerback they can rely on every single down. You build around players like that.
Precisely. Think about any team sport.
Right.
Those players who aren't always flashy, but are just fundamentally solid and dependable. That's 2-0.
Okay.
His work on the wing, especially defensively, lets the rest of the team function. It provides stability.
So putting it all together, Brian 2-0 is much more than just tries and highlights. It's a story about resilience, family, cultural pride.
Yeah, that journey from Mount Druitt to the top of the NRL, it's powerful stuff.
And what's really cool, thinking back to that American reaction piece, is how those themes, perseverance, team dedication, representing something bigger, really resonate in American sports culture, too.
They absolutely do. It underlines those shared values in sport, doesn't it? Overcoming obstacles, giving everything for the team.
Yeah, it really highlights that common ground. Different games, different rules, sure, but the human element, that drive, it's the same.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, it just leaves you wondering, how many other athletes are out there in totally different sports, different countries, embodying these same inspiring qualities, even if the way they play looks completely different?
Huh, yeah, like a universal language of sporting spirit almost.
Exactly. Something about excellence and resilience that just translates no matter the context. A good thought to chew on, maybe?